Hello everybody, Multiman37 back here with another review, this time of the deluxe Tutankamen Ghost Icon. Well, it's a double review of the deluxe Tutankamen Ghost Icon and the Ghost Gadget series number 02, Cobrakeitai, or Cobra Mobile if you want to go by its English name. So, this is the icon and the Ghost Gadget that belong to Spectre, another Damashi for Spectre, and another Ghost Gadget, which solely belongs to Spectre. So we'll take a look at the boxes, then the icon, and then the keitai, or the mobile, whatever you want to call it. That icon just did a disco spin. So, here we have the box for the Tutankamen Ghost Icon. On the front, we got a picture of Spectre and Tutankamen Damashi. We got the top that says Tutankamen Damashi with the Spectre logo. Nothing on the bottom or sides, but on the back is, of course, everything you're gonna do with the icon. And of course, here's the box for the Cobrakeitai. We got Spectre over there, the Keitai in phone mode, and Cobra mode. I almost said snake. And then snake phone or Cobra phone mode. On this side, it has him in Tutankamen Damashi using it. And on the bottom, we have Spectre in his normal Spectre Damashi and Tutankamen Damashi and the contents. And on the back is, of course, everything you're gonna do. And it says, hey, this doesn't have the Tutankamen icon, so go and buy the Tutankamen icon. If you don't get it, you're a loser. No, that's not true. Oh, I think I already showed off the top, but yeah. But just in case I forgot, there it is. It just shows combinations for the Kama mode or the sickle mode, whatever you want to call it. Kama, sickle, scythe, they're all the same thing. So here we have the Tutankamen Ghost Icon. For those of you who don't know, Tutankamen is actually the full name of King Tut, which is who this is based on, the ancient Egyptian pharaoh, King Tut, or Tutankamen. Now, some say that he actually died at a young age, and that was even represented in a movie that I saw. Props if you can actually guess which movie it's from. But, yeah. But with that being said, the tombs that people had discovered had a curse, and people who had discovered Tutankhamen's tomb were later pronounced dead. So it is a turquoise icon. It's more of a, I'm not sure if that's a cyan blue or if it's a turquoise. I cannot tell. And it does have the blue iris because this is one of Spectre's icons. My hands are a little greasy. I'll put grease off of here. On the top, you get number 11 and Tutankamen. There we go. And then, of course, the back has the QR code. You want to scan it, there you go. And you can kind of sort of tell, yeah, it's of the blue iris. So, when we flip through the sides, we get, of course, we get the iris. We get the number 11. You can actually see the inner part of the kind of zoomed in iris when it's at the numbering. The Damashi, which it's a little bit reversed. Rather having the image be on the outside and kind of having it like, how do I phrase this? It's more inverted to have the image be the eyes. So the image here is two sickles, or scythes if you prefer. And on the Omega Drive, we have a swinging sickle, or scythe if you want to call it that. Whatever you want to call it, it's generally the same thing. That's pretty much it for that. So let's take out the Focus. There you go. First, we need to become Spectre. Next, we will transform into Tutankamen. And there we have the transformation for Tutankamen Damashi. Now, it used the yellow light rather than the blue light, which would have made sense because it is a blue icon. But here it actually does make sense because the accent color for Tutankamen is gold. So I guess it made sense to use the yellow light. So, going through the attacks, first is Omega Drive. And of course, Omedama. I'm going to kind of force my finger in here and switch this back. Ow. Switch this back to the Damashi mode because I'm not going to Oyasumi just yet. Because now we're going to take a look at the Cobrakeitai, which is based on a flip phone, which it still continues the tradition of using. The ghost gadgets are basically based on forms of machinery that aren't really used anymore. A flip phone is rarely used, so makes sense. Although, I guess they could have gotten away with having Spectre use a modern-day cell phone because he's technically alive, but I don't know. Oh well, I guess this one makes a little bit more sense. So, yeah, you kind of got, there's not really much design when it's closed up, except for maybe on the back where it has the turquoise or cyan blue all around. I need to, ugh, hands are greasy. Ugh. But yeah, it has mostly turquoise blue on the back, and it does have a little silver painted spot right here, and it's actually made out of PVC, and you'll see why later. Now, when we open it up, well, that looks a little bit more like a cell phone. Now, on the top screen, we do get this little holofoil sticker, which I have to bend at this angle because that glares it. We get full bars, full battery, full internet access. The time is always 8 o'clock, the time when Kamen Rider Ghost is on the air. And then we got a couple of apps. We got, on the bottom, a customize app, a play button, which I guess is for videos, and a music app. And then on the actual icons up here, we have settings, camera, music, calendar, video, weather, phone, email, and mail or messages, and I don't know what that is. Interestingly enough. Now for the keypad, the numbers are not labeled. I wish they were labeled because that would have been cool. You do get your left, right, and select button right here, which is done out in gold. And then you do get the buttons. You could, I mean, it is easy to tell which button's which, but I still wish that they could have labeled it. Then you do get the cyan blue running through here, or whatever color blue this is. And then there is also silver paint around the edgings. So very nice little flip phone. It doesn't have any sounds, unfortunately, or lights, so what you see is what you get. Now it does have, of course, an animal mode, which I need to bump up my camera for, because otherwise you can't see shit. How can you? Alright, thank you, if you could. There we go. So, to transform it, take the bottom, split it in half, and twist it. And there's the first problem with this thing. But for now, somehow this is even taller than it's looking here. You split this open to form the Cobra's hood. There you have the Cobrakeitai in animal mode, which of course takes the form as a cobra, and you do open up some nice cyan blue, aqua blue detailings in the hood and around the head too. And even the little light that was originally on the phone has now become the cobra's head, which is very, very nice. I'm kind of doing this a little close-up. And then you get the little tail. It's supposed to stand up like this. Now, the problem is, and you kind of saw when I was fiddling with it earlier, it's very unbalanced. On mine, though, it does have tendency to find its right balance. I'm not sure if that's just for most of them, but sometimes it will constantly want to fall down. I think mine actually is doing a lot better job of not falling over. I guess I'm just lucky. But in case you are having trouble with the balance issues, unlike I am for some reason, you can display the Cobra like this, and it will stand like that. So you can actually get away with it. Very nice, though. So we can also combine this with the gun hand, and I'm actually going to just be using it like this. So, unfortunately, this is the slot where you put the ghost gadgets in, and there's only one button because it won't register any other ghost gadgets. So, unfortunately, you can't put... There is only one other ghost gadget that fits on here, and that's the Kumo lantern. But even then, it would still make the Kama mode or sickle mode sound effects. The bat clock and the Condor Denoir do not fit because they are too big. So, take the Cobra and shut the hood, and then you take this. Now, you would think to have the scythe like this, but unfortunately it dangles, so you have to have it like that. Not really symmetrical, but you can get over it. So you insert it like that. We're not done yet, though, because you have to slide the hand close. And here we have... Can I actually balance this? No, I cannot. I am going to have to do it like this. We have the Gun hand in Kama mode, or sickle mode, or scythe mode, however you want to say it. Very nice, and I do like how it actually looks like it's holding on to the cell phone. Well, there is a gap in between the fingers. If I can actually, let me fold that up really quick. There is a gap in between the fingers. Now, one thing I don't like about this is when you're swinging this around, you might actually cause this to flip over. It doesn't lock in place. I wish that this thing could have locked in place, so like as you're swinging it about and stuff, and I just hit the top of the shelf. As you're like swinging this about, it wouldn't constantly flip back or flip this. So I wish there was some sort of locking mechanism they could have used. So the sound effects that you get when in Kama mode, or sickle mode, scythe mode, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it, for this mode, for the Gun hand, I'm going to call it sickle mode. Get that. in the same order. So yeah. And I do like this mode of the Gun hand the most, although it's really heavy to swing around somehow. Probably. And this isn't even really heavy, so that kind of surprises me. So, yeah. But of course, we can also take the Ghost Driver and do the eye contact attack. And that is the Sickle Mode's finisher attack, Omega Fang. Which, actually, in the show, it makes, like, this pyramid appear and then sucks the Ganma in, which I actually think is really cool. And I actually like the sound effect on that. I want to play it again. So that's pretty much it. To release it, just hit the button right there, and we can remove it from the Gun hand. Now, normally, that's pretty much it. I've shown you everything that can be done with this that's been seen in the show and been seen in pictures on the box. But I'm not done yet. There is a tab sticking out. Now, why would that be there if the Gun hand does not recognize a specific Ghost Gadget and only the Cobrakeitai? Well, because that peg isn't meant for the Gun hand. It's meant to knock over my camera. Yikes, that did not need to happen. That peg is actually meant for the Gun Saber. Even though it's not anywhere on the box or anywhere in the instructions or anywhere on the show so far anyway, you can do it. Now, most people like to do it as an extension of the Naginata mode. And here's why. Put that out. Attach it here. And this is what you would call the Gun Saber in Scythe mode, which I think actually looks pretty cool. Now, I guess when Ghost gets a chance to use Tutankamen, he can actually use that. Didn't mean to push that. And yes, of course, it makes my phone fall over. For fuck's sake, I would like it if you not did that. It does make a new sound effect with the blue light. It's actually good like this because now you can hold it two-handedly. And it's a lot more easy to swing around than the Gun hand, surprisingly. Probably because, I don't know why, but this one's a lot more heavier. I don't know why. Probably because of all the gears that they're using. And yes, you can even do an eye contact attack. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now that attack was, some people think it's actually saying Omega Crash, but you have to remember the whole LNR system. It's actually saying Omega Clash, not Omega Crash. The whole English, not really good LNR system. So, at least that's how I like to call it. So, we take this out now. Oyasumi to you too. So, overall, this is a pretty nice little Ghost Gadget and a pretty nice little icon to add to your collection. Do work hand in hand, honestly. And hopefully you can pick these two bad boys up. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Take care. That did not work out as I'd expected it.